I genuinely enjoyed Hotel Transylvania. The first movie had a lot of charm, and I think it was just really cute. The monster cast has a lot to offer in the comedy department, and it really works. The second movie was also pretty good in my book. It follows the same recipe as the first, and is decently entertaining. And then there's the third movie. It's just, it kind of feels like a Minion movie, and that's all I'm going to say. All of this ended up making the franchise pretty popular, so of course it warranted another film. I only found out about the fourth film because of TikTok. Now TikTok is thirsty for Griffin, or was thirsty for Griffin. They were down bad for a pair of glasses. So when Griffin was revealed to look like this, it did not end well. The movie opens pretty well, but it did feel like a kick in the face to me because the opening was really fast and my brain can't comprehend videos over like 2 frames per second. They're throwing an anniversary party for the hotel, in which Dracula says he has a big announcement at the end. The animation is pretty good in this bit. It's really colorful and expressive, and look at how they move! I love how bendy the models are. Dracula goes to get some air when this lady from the last movie joins him. If you don't remember, this is Erica. They fell in love even though she tried to end his bloodline. She reveals to the audience that the announcement is that Drac is retiring and passing down the ownership to Mavis and Johnny, which he shuts her up about because Mavis apparently has super hearing. Shouldn't we have known about this before? This would have been really helpful, when Erica was trying to unalive them. Mavis, of course, hears this and spills the news to Johnny. This makes Johnny ecstatic. So ecstatic that he has to let Drac know that he knows what's going to happen right before the big speech. Drac completely panics and makes up some fake property law because he thinks Johnny is going to turn the hotel into an Illuminations film or something if he passes the ownership down. And Drac says all of this, like a liar. And it's all for nothing because of what Jack said. Johnny goes and gets himself turned into a monster, and he's not just a cake. He's the entire bakery. The other guys drink some Monster Energy or battery acid. They're practically the same thing, it doesn't matter. And it turns them into humans, erasing the originality of the first movies. These designs haunt me. Frank looks like my older brother. Murray is kind of racist. Don't get me started on Griffin. And then Wayne is okay. Wayne easily carried the entire movie on his back, probably why he's always hunching. Also, Wayne dances. Look at him! Oh my gosh, he's beautiful. I love Wayne. Johnny and Drac end up going on an adventure to turn Johnny back into a human. It's here where the movie just nosedives. Before this point, the pacing was good and I had some laughs, but after this, it starts shoving everything down your throat. It begins feeling unfinished and crammed, and I can only really explain it as it feels like a long commercial instead of the final project. There are some parts of this movie that stand out to me though. Drac gets himself turned into a human, and he's really relatable for some reason. He gets attacked by mosquitoes, he gets really sweaty and doesn't understand why. It's fun to see Drac having to deal with human things considering we always see him as somewhat invincible. Johnny is so annoying in this movie. But regardless, him and Drac oddly have some really good chemistry. Drac is dying! They bond over marshmallows and take a wrong turn and end up here somehow. How did Johnny not notice? On the other hand, Mavis has been being ignored this entire time. I really don't think I saw any of her up until this point. She flat out forgets she has a small child, which seems to be a trend with Mavis in the last 2 movies. She leaves with all the guys, Erica and the guys' wives, to go find her dumb husband and her dumb dad, leaving Dennis, who's 5 by himself. We get to see Erica and Mavis bond a little bit, and it's actually really sweet. Even though Erica tried to unalive them. Eventually, they all have this reunion where the mandatory animated movie conflict comes in. Turns out that the monster mutation that Johnny went through will keep growing and corrupting the host until they're no longer themselves. So when it comes out that Drac flat out lied to Johnny, Johnny is not having it. Jonathan is angry. He starts turning into this big monster thing, and they go on this 10-minute fast car chase, chasing Johnny around, and then they tie up the movie like really fast after this. It gets kind of predictable. Mavis repairs the crystal thing, and it doesn't cure Johnny right away, so Drac has to apologize to Johnny and tell Johnny that he cares about him. It's actually pretty cute. Like, I'm not lying, it kind of made my heart swell. It was a sweet scene. They all turn back to normal using the crystal and go home, but when they get home, they find that the hotel has been completely destroyed by this guinea pig who was also affected by the monster crystal. Drac walks over, kneels down, and is so sad that his hotel was in shambles before he gets up, turns to Mavis and Johnny, and holds out the key to the hotel, telling them to rebuild it however they want. It's touching, it fades to black as a year passes, and then it shows Johnny and Mavis showing Drac the rebuilt hotel. It's practically the same on the outside, but as they walk inside to show Drac what they have done, well, they turned it into an Illuminations film.